So here we are, the CJ in the Morning Show. Meta Marcy, who joined us on the show earlier this morning, gave us some great readings for some listeners, and we have Marcy on the show once a month. Now, you gave me a reading last month.
Yes, and my people demand a follow-up.
A follow-up. So now, you gave me some advice.
Do you remember what it was?
I don't.
CJ?
See, that's just the way I operate. But things have gotten a little better, so I think your advice may have... I don't remember exactly what it was.
I think it was that your wife is smarter than you.
Yes, I realized that.
Be nicer?
Yeah, it was be nicer, and I think there was an honesty thing in there. And,
An honesty thing in there.
Something about
I
trust.
think we've identified the problem.
I think that being nicer and not...
And it's really about being kinder. I feel like nice is not a thing that anyone should aspire to be, but being kind is...
What I focused on is taking her feelings into consideration before
Oh my
I
gosh.
react. So
Look
it's
at
working.
that.
So let's see if is anything
All right.
changed.
So has anything changed? Let's see what we got going on
All right.
here.
Cards are being shuffled.
This whole thing of like caring about another person's feelings really can impact a marriage.
Yeah. Yeah. Good and bad. Hello.
Okay, let's see what
Trying
we
to be
got.
less selfish.
So what's going on?
Here we go. This is the anticipation part.
It's working. So the Three of Pentacles is all about like expression and exposure, and it's kind of like you're seeing where she's at, she's seeing where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Can't talk this morning.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Three of Pentacles is great. It's kind of like when people like take their guard down and they go, look at what I've got going on, and you go, oh, I see what you've got going on. Look what I've got going on, and that feels really nice. So that alone is great. And now you're just having to figure out how to make it work, and that's different than, oh my God, I don't know if this is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are two totally different,
Right.
like perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
It's two totally different ways of going after something. Now the key is that you stay focused and you don't just go like, okay, things are better, things are good, we're done.
Oh my God, I do that.
I know you do
Yes,
that.
I do
You
that.
totally
Holy
do
cow,
that.
I do that.
And then
And
you're like,
she calls me on it too.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
How's she doing? You know, this is a relief for everybody. It feels like a lot of the tricky part that you guys have been navigating that hasn't been very fun or very easy is kind of like everyone can feel it lifting a little bit.
All right.
And I think that's good for
Which is
for
important
you,
for the kids.
her.
And,
Yeah. And the truth is that both of you want this to work. Both of you want to, have a family and have it work out and have it be good. And you're both individuals. And so now's the time, now that you're kind of on this track of like, okay, how are you doing? Here's how I'm doing. Like, you're actually communicating.
Yeah. That's true. It's so true.
And
Seriously.
It's really solid. It's really good. And it's kind of stuff that both of you have known. And that's what we talked about last time too, is we get into a relationship and we can kind of, I don't know, we like just assume stuff. We stop talking about it.
Yep.
And it's usually good for a while because we get the other person and we know them, but then it slightly diverges and you guys are kind of back on the same page.
It seems like we're coming
that.
back together. Yeah.
And then this is a great time to add in, and here's what I personally need, because each of you have your own individual like lives and personalities and needs where you don't need to be like,
smothering each other.
Yeah, and like sucked into something that neither of you wants, I had a great relationship where we just agreed we'd never force each other to go to family affairs with them. If we wanted to go, it'd be fine, but there was never the obligation like, you have to go to this thing with me.
Right.
But that's kind of one of the things that you guys need, is to take some of the pressure off. She needs her space too. I think one of the things that happens is you pull away, or kind of, it's not exactly pull away, but you go like,
I shut down.
yeah, like
Yeah.
doing my own thing.
I do that a lot.
And then she's like, hello, but she also needs time and space to herself, and she isn't getting that when you're pulling away and she's having to kind of follow you. But if you're like, hey, I'm right here, but why don't you go to that ceramics class, or why don't you go for the weekend, or whatever it is, and then she gets her space, and then she can let you have yours, and it's just better. It's all about, who says this? What's his face? Dr. Phil.
Okay.
Wake up every day, what can I offer this person that I love? Instead of like whatever else.
Like coffee?
Even that.
No, Jess is shaking her head behind the camera.
Even that.
So any other advice? I know you gave me advice last month, and I do listen.
I'm giving you the advice. So the death card.
It's the death card. I'm done. It's it. It's over. It's the death card.
You flipped it. You're not supposed to flip it.
It's fine.
You're not
Because
supposed
we're just
to-
gonna take this.
See?
It's over.
It's over for
No,
me.
cards don't. They're pieces of paper.
Yeah.
No, things like that. But the death card as advice is the advice to be willing to undergo dramatic change. That again, this kind of goes back to what we were saying.
Yeah.
You don't just go like, okay, I paid attention to it for 5 minutes and now we're fixed.
Right.
This is like you actually being willing to transform and change your relationship to yourself and be different.
Okay.
And in order for the like marriage to be a happy, fulfilling one, it just can't be the way it has been. Like you actually have to be a slightly different person.
Oh my God, this is exactly the
It's the
This
truth,
has
right?
come up, yeah.
And then a part of it has to do with you believing that you have the right and the ability to be happy. That life can be a happy thing.
Yeah.
That's like is this foreign concept to you.
Mhm.
This idea that like it can be fun,
Mhm.
and you almost have this like built-in like, okay, that's enough fun for the week, and then you're done. Like you freak out.
Yeah.
So this is if being willing to kind of surrender to joy, as though joy is like one of the major building blocks of your life. Wouldn't that be nice?
I surrender.
You do. It
I
with
give
work.
up! No,
you do it with work.
Yeah. You know what it is? I deflect with work. Like I
Yeah.
think it's work.
Yeah.
Sing the song. Fun.
Work.
That's enough fun. More work. That's
Yeah.
how I look at it.
Yeah. So just
Change that up.
But I mean, even with your job, you know that like you can go to a work
Mhm.
that's happy every day. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can have fun there.
Mhm.
So why not your actual whole life be that?
We love us some Marcy. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right.